Hello, this is the Provoked Prawn, and this is a tips and tricks video on the new character Huli Yeou-bi, which I probably pronounced entirely wrong. And I'm going to start it off with a quick intro clip just to show you how mad it is, and then go into a bit more depth about it.
Oh, that's not bad, is it? Can't even see him in the next house.
Yeah, so
Oh, nice!
Right, okay, it is better than I thought it was.
Oh, I killed her.
Until it dissipates.
As she killed me.
well, then it just goes into, well, yeah. Here you go, here you go. Ah,
Oh, nice.
You wait until you see the clip of that. That was fucking funny. I shoot him with a pistol and then pulled out a big gun and shot him right in the knackers with it. So as you can see, Sin's power essentially involves launching out small fireflies, a group of fireflies that can be used to basically discover where the enemy are. And it's really interesting because essentially when I first played it, I used it wrong and I wasn't too sure it was any good, and I thought it was kind of rubbish and I didn't really understand how it worked, and it seemed to dissipate quite quickly. But what happens with her is that you send out fireflies from your location and they will hunt down enemies within a 75-foot radius in your area, in the space that you're in. And this is fantastic if you're in an area where, let's say, your teammates are being shot at but nobody knows where they're from, or you are in a town or a location where you know the enemy are, so you know they're camping, or they're probably camping because it's near the end zone and you need to find out where they are. You can use them to then hunt those enemy down. And as you can see, what it does then is those fireflies gather round the enemy, wrap around them and follow them wherever they go. There is a way to counter it that I'll talk to you a bit about later on, but basically that reveals them and works kind of like a wall hack in a way. As you saw when I was just running through that bunker, you could see where the person was before I even had eyes on them. So it basically identifies where they are. It doesn't show on the minimap and it only shows for you. So it's really important that when you're using it, you tell your teammates where the enemy are, where it's been located, and help your team know. Use the compass at the top to let them know where it is. Mark that location with the markers and then hunt down the enemy and make sure that nobody gets killed because of it. So this essentially allows you to really easily find the enemy and trace them. There are a number of times when I've used this and it's been incredibly useful. There are situations where you'll see people trying to hide and it will show them up. So you can see my friend Monkey Pie here and Space Cannons getting shown up by the enemy. You're using it where the fireflies have surrounded them and their zombies, and that's another point of note. One thing I have noticed, though, it isn't flawless. There's a clip that you can see here where my fireflies have shot off in a direction towards enemy, but there's actually enemy close that haven't been identified by them, so it's not a perfect system. So don't rely on it entirely to stop you from getting killed. It does work really well though, and it will show you where enemies are, but there are ways to counter it. If you are ocelot, if you get surrounded by these creatures, you can just go invisible and they'll dissipate because they can't follow you into the spirit world. You can use Thor obviously to get out of there, just dash out of that location and run away. You could equally just portal away to a distance where the fireflies can't reach. The other thing you can also do is you can trace where the fireflies came from to then counter the character. So if Sin's released her fireflies, you'll see them shoot out from her and go towards the enemy. You could, if you are on the receiving end of that, you can trace back to where the person was that fired them off in the first place and use them to kill. So there are counters to it. It's not a pay-to-win character by any means. But what you'll see from these clips is it shows you the direction immediately where the enemy are, and you can see someone hiding behind a tree, hiding in a bush, camping in the blue zone, hiding in a building, just trying to get the upper hand on top of a building, on top of a roof, trying to flank you and get you that way. You'll see various situations like that where it's just really useful. In a densely wooded area or outcrop or bushes or any sort of location like that where you might have trouble seeing them immediately, they're suddenly now shown up, either just by the direction or by being wrapped up in this storm of fireflies that really highlight where they are. And I've seen numerous situations now, and I've only been using it for a short period, where it makes it really easy to identify. Now obviously this dissipates after a short time and you do need a number of souls in order to activate it. As I showed previous videos, there are ways that you can make those abilities cheaper and more affordable to get, and this require less souls. And obviously you can use the abilities that allow you to eat food and get loads of souls quickly and easily as well, so you can easily carry on and use it again.
Careful going through the
However,
trenches, you might
this
pick up
character might well be one of my favourites now, alongside the new zombie guy and of course Annie, which has always been a solid favourite. But just look at those fireflies doing the business and the kills that come as a result. Hope you found this video useful. Check out the description for links to other videos. Be sure to check out my tips and tricks playlist. Thanks for watching.